Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back again. Today, in this video, we'll be seeing a simple component in how to create these type of features when they are at an angle. This is a simple part modeling. You do have three views. This is the front view. This is the right view. This is the auxiliary view, wherein the angle of 30 degrees is actually projected to be to be to be showing you a better picture of how the feature actually looks like. Now, to begin with making this model, there are two ways we can focus completely on maintaining the dimensions and do it, or we can add in a simple way. We can also start adding materials at an angle and then maintain the dimensions. Let's see both the ways. Since it's a simple part modeling, I'm going into start mechanical design and part design, and then I'm trying to make the model. Now let's begin with our 0, 0 as usual. The 0, 0 is the center of the cylinder, which is of actually 28 dias. So let's try to take that. Under pad, I am trying to make a circle of 28 dia. And now this is supposed to be added in one direction to 50. As you can see, it's only 50. Now, there are other features on the top as well, so we can add these features too. One is at 5 and the other one is at 7. These both feature actually begin at 6 distance from the first phase or the beginning phase. So let's try to take a plane first at 6 and start making a profile, which is this. This is the file. So to do so, I'm again trying to make my pad, which is addition of material as usual. Let me try to flip the body, and this is my reference. So I'm just using this as my reference. Now over here we do have a circle, which is the outer circle, which is the var 25. So let me try to take that as a reference again. I'm not taking it in a form of actual thicker sketch. This is supposed to be 25. And we know the distance is actually at a distance of 45, again as shown in the drawing. I'll show you the 45, which is over here. Now let's try to make the profile as shown in the sketch, in the drawing. This is how your should look like. Similarly, this should be mirrored onto the opposite side. Now we do have two arcs which are supposed to be sketched, one from here to here. I haven't taken the correct center. Give me a second. Yes. One from here to here, and the other one actually comes from this center and then ends here. The distance between these two is also given as 20. Let's try to take that both and then give it as 20 and then exit. This is supposed to be added only up to a certain distance, which is 5. So I'm just changing that to 5. The above, whatever shape you're trying to see, that is actually added to 7. So we can simply continue to do so because we already have a reference, which is the arc. So we can use this arc as a reference and now start creating the circle or semicircle and then work on it. Let me try to start with the semicircle first. And then I'll try to maintain concentricity. Let me move a little bit. And then I'll try to maintain concentricity with this. Now, we do know this. Similarly, there's another one as well on the inner side, which is 20. So let's try to take that as well. This is supposed to be 20. Now we have to constrain them by using a simple line. Has to be a straight line. I will just join them a little later using it. Similarly, this has to be done onto the opposite side as well. This is your model, as you can see. Now these and these should be in the same line. That is the reason they are not actually completely constrained. So let me try to coincide. This is completely constrained. Now this is up to 7. So once I say okay, you'll be seeing the addition of material happening. Let us try to flip it and give it up to 7. This is your actual face. Now coming to the main part, this addition of material for this, there are two ways of doing it. You can either make a sketch and maintain the profile and work on it, or you can obviously start using your references. If I take a sketch, assuming I'm taking a sketch, sketch is supposed to be like this as a reference, which is maintaining 30, and this is actually my referred body. Now the distance from here, let me try to take a tangent line, and it's actually supposed to be an infinite line. It's okay. Now the distance from here to here is supposed to be 65 as shown in the drawing. As you can see, this is supposed to be 65. So the distance from here to here, let me try to take, is supposed to be 65. You can see. You can also take it from the center, whichever is flexible for you. This is my preference. You can take a plane perpendicular to the profile to get this point, and then simultaneously take another plane which is at a distance till 30. So you can actually create the feature there, reverse the direction, and then start adding a material on this particular plane. Now when I'm trying to do it on this plane, I do have all my references. These are all my references. I do have all of them, and this is the main reference which I'd like to use. This is the edge. This is the reference which actually maintains throughout the body. Now I need to make a rectangle which is of this size over here. I'll just get it back to normal. We do know that the distance, this is 12, and the overall the thickness of this is actually 10, as you can see. So I'd like to give this is 10 first, and then this is 12. It is supposed to maintain symmetry, so let me try to maintain symmetry. And then exit. Now this is supposed to be added to the immediate next surface it can find, so it adds this way. This is a very easy way of adding a material apart from making a sketch and then working on it. Making a sketch is actually I would like to do it before doing all of this. The other method of doing is by using the back face as my reference, which as you can see, the plane is my reference. On this plane, I'd like to make a 30-degree angle and then try to create the angled rectangle this way. This should be coincident on the circle, and then you can start working on it, or you can actually take a reference at 30 degrees and then also work on it. Either way, whichever is flexible for you, you can do it. For me, taking a plane and doing it is more flexible rather than complicating it this way. It's easier for everyone as well. And this is my reference. Let me try to show you how to take it so you can also give it a go. And this is the line, this is the other line, and this is the line. Now you get the dimensions are already given. This is 10, and it has to maintain symmetry. Again, let us try to maintain symmetry as well. Similarly, this is supposed to be, it's already given, sorry. This is supposed to be 12. Okay, this is supposed to be 35. I'm so sorry, 35. Now there is a difference over here. The addition of material is actually supposed to be 12. Now when you exit, you can see that you can add the material. This is supposed to be 12. This is one way of doing it. Either way, both are correct. You can do any option. For me, it's a little more easier because the reference is already there and I can give up to next, so it does not cause any issues for me. Similarly, this is another one. Let's try to make that as well and then give rounds. This is the reference, as you all know. From this towards the outer side, we are trying to make the sketch. So let me try to use the reference. I can show it to you once I start making the profile. Comes out like this, as you can see. Now, when you do that, all you have to do is give the dimensions, which we already know is 30 by 30. Now exit. Again, addition of material is pretty much very easy for us. We can do it up to next, or actually you can select the plane as well, no problem. And then it adds up to the plane. Okay, I'm sorry, the addition was up to 30, this is only 10. Back, get back to the taxometric view and say this is only 10. This is the addition of material, as you can see. This again can be done in the previous manner also, there's nothing wrong in it. Before exiting, let's try to give the holes as well. We already know how to give the holes and maintain concentricity. So our most important part is to do the concentricity. And then say exit. We do know that the hole is 16, so we can give 16 and give it up to next. Similarly, I'm so sorry. Similarly, there is also another one which is over here at 15 and 15. Let me try to do it a little more quickly. And similarly, there is another one here. Let me try to give that as well, which is at a distance of 15 and 15. Let me try to give that. That is 15 from this end and again 15 from this end. And then the diameter is 14 and supposed to be 3. Last but not the least are the rounds. We can give them in one go or multiple attempts. R5 is given here, so let's try to take the R5 first and say okay. You can see the R5 is done. Actually, R5 is throughout the model. Now let me try to give R5 throughout the model in one go, as I've already told you. This is, and then there is of course R2, which is in the corners, as you can see. Let me try to give the R2 as well. This is your final model of how to add material when they are at an angle. I have shown you both the ways, but there are various advanced level of techniques to do the same. Our details are given in the description below if you're looking for any advanced level of training. Meanwhile, please like and subscribe to our channel for more simple and advanced level tutorials. Thank you.